This video will give you an overview of the LearnPad Content Management System, which is the online portal used to manage multiple LearnPads. We can create our own configurations, our own user interface layouts, we can manage content, and we can deliver different content down to the devices from this one central location. The management system is built in three sections. We have Manage Content, Manage Categories, and Manage Groups. The Manage Content section will allow us to upload and store Android applications, URL links, different file types such as documents, video, audio files, flash-based files, even zip files, and store those online ready for deployment down to each of the LearnPads. The Manage Images section then allows us to create our own icons, background wallpapers, upload those and store those in the system. The Manage Categories section allows us to actually manage the categories that we can apply down onto each of the LearnPads. So there are a range of system generated categories here for primary schools, secondary schools and SEN schools, ranging from typical topics such as literacy and language, maths and numeracy on the primary, to geography, history, ICT, different types of category. You can create your own categories within the system and again use your own icons, your own wallpaper, your own images to create and manage those categories. The last section is the Manage Groups section, and this is where we actually apply all of our categories and our content down to group profiles that each of the LearnPads can then download and install. So we have, in this case, we've created some primary, secondary and SEN interfaces, and from here we can edit the interface and we can decide which piece of content, which web links, which applications are applied to each one. We can also change the categories if we want. So for example, if we want a different category here, perhaps we'll pick the ICT category. From there we can click on that and we can change any of these categories we want. Okay, if we put those back, maths and numeracy, literacy and language, there's our primary interface again. To actually assign content to each of the categories, we simply click in. By default, there won't be any system generated content in those categories, but we can select any of the applications we want, any of the URLs we want. We can pick those off, as well as any files we've uploaded, anything here, flash files, zip files, different types of content that's been uploaded to the system, and we can then apply that to that particular profile. That will then put all of that content and build that content interface for us. Once we've done that, all of our details are stored. All we need to do is tell the LearnPad which group it belongs to. Two pieces of information we need: the user identifier and the group identifier. Once we tell the LearnPad those two pieces of information, it will connect into the system and it will download the configurations that we've created. So here we have the secondary interface, for example. Switching between the two is very simple. Again, you just tell the LearnPad to join the primary group instead of the secondary group. All of the content that we previously stored in the primary group is available then and will be applied down to the LearnPad itself. So a very simple and easy way to create multiple groups. You could even create groups for individual users and apply content and lay out the interface the way that they particularly want to use it. Well, that's a very brief overview. Please feel free to see the additional video sections on each of the items for managing content, managing categories and managing groups.